welcome to another episode of The Relationship Theory. Let's jump right into it, okay? You see the title, The Light of the Father and the Light of the Son. So one of the free papers down below that I put in every description box information section after the video, there's a link to a free paper like Electromagnesis that says the light of the Father and the light of the Son. I'll tell you what that is. So what it is in general is, what is the light that I'm even talking about? I'm talking about knowledge, I'm talking about experience, I'm talking about dedication, I'm talking about anything your eyes see that you feel like has value, that you lock in and live after day. That's the light. Now when it comes to the Father and the Son, what that is the access to the information that you have because of who you're living after. Once again, there's information that when you set it to a value in yourself, you feel like you obtain certain things, and you actually do. So what I focus on in that free paper is the fact that as a father, you become someone. As a son, you are someone. What the son realizes in the father makes both the son and the father a father. Here's what the value of that information is. In the free paper, I say that the revelation of the son, of who he is, comes from realizing the light that's in his dad. And any affirmations and confirmations about life that the father realizes is in the light that the son has. Right? So if the father can see the light in the son, he sees the light in himself, a variant that changes the dynamic that he has with himself. And by dynamic, I really just mean the pain and the experience, the lessons, and the life that comes from him, as well as the light. All of that stems from a particular point from within him that without his son, he would never have seen. Same with the son. So here's the important part in all that, right? Because you notice I'm talking about the father and the son and not the woman, right? Here's where the kicker is. The only reason why the father is a father is because of the woman, though. The woman makes the man, because in the woman, the man finds a light that creates the father from within. And therein lies the son's energy. So technically, the father has his own son's energy in him. A man has his son's energy in him through the woman that makes him a father. Do you get that? So likewise, the son, he is born with the energy that makes him a father. Not just through his father, but through the woman he chooses, because that changes his nature. He's a father with or without a woman, but the one he chooses dedicates his energy to the variant of fatherhood in him, okay? This is why there's this whole conversation about free will and stuff like that, because you basically have, depending on how many men and women there are in the world, 4 billion different variants of a father in you as a man. Now, obviously, this is energy, so this applies to the woman as well. I just don't call it the light of the woman, the light of the daughter, and the light of the mother. I just don't call it that, but the energy works the same. A woman finds her motherhood through the man, because he unlocks a variant of motherhood within her she never would have noticed. Okay, that's the light of the father and the light of the son. I think you can understand why this is extremely important just off of me explaining it. First of all, it helps you understand one thing immediately, that fatherhood, immediately you experience fatherhood in yourself. You just know everywhere in yourself where there is a master and there is the slave. Just energetically, you understand that there's a dominant and the submissive, or the subservient. There's always a leader and a follower, but there's an energy attached to those types of words. That's where the value is. When you become a father through the woman you choose as a man, that's what you're selecting. So when you live life day after day, what you're actually doing is developing the characteristics that makes you the father you're eventually gonna be. The reason why this is crucial and valuable is because throughout your life, you're gonna be living after certain elements of your experience that teach you who you are. And you won't need a person to do it, but you'll still understand one thing. I've got a dad and I've got a mom. And when you're alive, you live after the essence and the characteristics that your mother and your father come from, even if you're adopted, right? Because biologically, the energy in you is still there. It's just up to you to see the experiences in your life, bring out your true essence, live after them, focus on them, because if you don't dedicate them to your experience, you'll just be having experiences that constantly teach you about motherhood and fatherhood, but they never elucidate the man or woman that you truly are before you get with the man or woman that makes you a mother and father. That is this episode of The Relationship Theory. Enjoy the rest of your day.